Calm moving through these Ubers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Calm moving through these Ubers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Bigger the bag, bigger the beef, bigger the problem, bigger the be one of the all in the same. Broke at the end of the month, flow Joe, kill more, run it up, keep clean. Never let them touch, fits like temper tantrums. Girl, come back that up, all in the club, and bring all your girlfriends. Girl hopping up about a Pearl 6, Louis speed bag glued to her wrist. She was getting paid, she ain't think a thing, but she was thinking slay. Weave blade thicker than a snigger bait. Talking about she don't come with no baggage. Y'all in her bag, I probably should. I'm really just running for money. I'm love flow Joe chasing the check. I'm really gonna run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis really running the best. Calm moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Calm moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. I'm really just running for money. I'm love flow Joe chasing the check. I'm really gonna run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis really running the best. Calm moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Calm moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed.
Somebody call for the queen.
First opened back in 1975, there's a look inside the iconic Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the Jacksonville Jaguars. The kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. That's fielded in the end zone. A strong running. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The LSU man, Leonard Fournette, born right here in New Orleans. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. On 2nd down, here's Bortles. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The result, a first down as a quick slant gets him 14. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Fournette, a first down carry. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Demario Davis there on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Cameron Jordan. In there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
On 3rd and long, it's Bortles. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
And he finds Seferian-Jenkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. Bortles now on 1st down. And the reception made by Dante Moncrief. Touchdown, Jaguars! Dante Moncrief, 47 yards. And the Jags have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it. Get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 23. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On 2nd down, Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan. Bortles to throw on 2nd down. And his throw here is incomplete. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Seferian-Jenkins. And it's 3rd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does, so a quarterback has to slide and find open space to throw.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Hey. Lucy.
Bortles to throw once more. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Calais Campbell on the stop. Another gigantic game in Week 4 for Kamara. He had 181 all-purpose yards, 3 more touchdowns. Kamara, he leads the league in yards from scrimmage, so I'll ask my resident volunteer here. Could you possibly have seen him becoming a monster like this?
I think it's always easy to say yes after the fact. But we did know before the fact that he had this all-purpose capability, that you could throw it to him. Obviously, he could run it. I did think he could run it better inside than maybe people gave him credit for, and he did that against the Giants. Ran for 134 yards. So you could see all those things coming together. But to absolutely say we would see him at this level, this fast, I'm not sure anyone could unequivocally state that.
Finds a seam inside the 40, and down right around the 37. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. Throwing on first down is Breeze. Eluding the pressure right. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And a nice gain of 21 yards. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
Over!
They'll run it with Kamara. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
Hank. So right. Lucy.
From the gun on 3rd down, Bortles. And he's taken down here by the Saints. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
380.
They do go for it. It's Bortles. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore right there on the coverage. He was draped all over it.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. Breeze now on 1st down. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Calais Campbell in there to get him for a loss of 5. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Breeze now. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Calais Campbell in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded just inside the 20. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Again, it's Fournette. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Hey. Shut. 380.
Here's Bortles to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short. Blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Well, while we have a second, wanted to touch on a new program that's making its debut that's got a lot of people excited, Charles. It's the Madden 99 Club. Now, what that is, gives special recognition to those guys with an overall rating of 99. Of course, that's as good as it gets. So through a partnership with our friends at Nike, you're going to see custom, one-of-a-kind gold 99 Club cleats and gloves reserved for guys like Antonio Brown, Gronk, and Luke Kuechly.
And you and I were fortunate enough to get an early sneak peek at them. And I'll tell you, for my money, really cool thing that they're doing. Sharp look. And how cool will it be for those guys to be part of that exclusive club and have something that no one else in the league has that signifies them as 99s. That's pretty cool.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the... That's caught at the 25. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And that one results in 35 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Bortles on the give to Fournette. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. As his guys are in for 6. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. And man, Charles, talking about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make this a second down. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Escaping the pressure right. He gets it to Thomas. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
14.
Breeze now on first down. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. On first and 10, here's Breeze. Steps away to his left. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run here with Ingram. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
you want two.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
They'll look to throw. Being chased, and he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Drew Brees taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Saints have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Important extra point up and through. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. Lutz now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And now out come the Jags. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
380.
Back to throw. Flush to his right. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags.
Lucy.
He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore right there on the coverage. He was draped all over it. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you described that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, wow, I thought you were going on the field, but okay, I see you.
Lucy. You.
Now Bortles got to have this one. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Bree's going to throw here. Stays on his feet. Oh, no, he lost the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All I know, partners, that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control, and yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the two-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
Back to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it second down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. So now it's 4th down and short, and whatever they do, run or pass it, they've got to pick up the first here.
Yeah, and you mentioned running it. That is still an option, but as you also said, they've got to do it quickly and get back to the line of scrimmage.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now a desperation throw deep. Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all